just made a mistake you can't undo.
They thought breaking a fence would break her spirit, but they didn't know my wife, the woman who once trained soldiers to stand tall under fire. So when the HOA officer smashed her garden fence, she didn't shout. She simply smiled, because discipline, not rage, wins wars. It started on a quiet Saturday morning. My wife, Emily, 38, a composed woman with steady eyes and a past in the Army Reserves, was tending to her little vegetable garden, her pride in therapy after losing her father last year. Then came Rick, the HOA compliance officer, mid-40s, smug, clipboard in hand, sunglasses that screamed authority. He walked straight to her fence and said, "This isn't HOA approved. You'll need to remove it, or we'll do it for you." Emily tried reason. "This fence marks our boundary. My husband measured it with county records." But Rick smirked. "Records don't matter. I am the record here." Before she could reply, he called in 2 workers, and with one nod, they snapped the wooden panels apart. The sound echoed through the yard like a slap. That night, Emily didn't sleep. She sat at the kitchen table, documents spread out, her hands steady. When I asked what she was doing, she said softly, "Teaching them the difference between power and discipline." By Monday morning, she filed an official property damage report, a boundary claim and a violation notice, not against Rick, but the HOA itself. She backed it all with zoning maps, time-stamped photos, and a letter citing State Code 21-4, unlawful destruction of private property by HOA enforcement. When the HOA board received her letter, they called an emergency meeting. Rick was there too, fuming. He called her a stubborn housewife. Emily calmly slid a folder across the table. Inside, evidence, legal forms, and a copy of her military commendation for exemplary discipline in crisis. Then she looked him straight in the eye and said, "You broke my fence, but what you really broke was your own code of conduct." The room went silent. By the end of the week, Rick was removed from his position. The HOA issued a public apology and paid for a new fence, double reinforced cedar. But my wife didn't stop there. She used the compensation to build a community garden and invited the same HOA members who once mocked her to help plant new seeds. Her words still echo in my mind. Discipline isn't about control. It's about respect, even when others forget it. If you believe people like Emily deserve respect for their patience, their strength, and their quiet power, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this story. Because sometimes, true discipline doesn't raise its voice. It just lets the truth speak.